Hey guys, what's up and welcome to Pondering podcast. I am your host, Apostle MB, and I am delighted to have you joining with me on the broadcast on today. I hope you're doing well on today, whatever time it is that you're joining me, whether you're joining me on the replay or if you're joining me live. Thank you so much for joining me on today. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Mine was good, even though it was a busy weekend, but yet and still the Lord brought us through safely, and that right there within itself is enough to tell him thank you for all that he does and all that he will do and is doing in all of our lives. Well, I've got a point that I want to share with you, and I'm going to be relatively brief today, but I got a point, and my point I want to talk about today is watch your intake. Watch your intake. You know, when a person desires to lose weight or to simply make adjustments in their health, one of the main things that is suggested for them to do is to watch what they bring in, what they intake into their bodies, or what they consume, basically. On a day-to-day basis each time, and you begin to work. If you want to lose weight, oftentimes it includes removing some things out of your diet, and it also includes lessening some things out of your diet, some things that is not necessarily permanent, but those things are removed for a period of time. And then there's some things that if you want, when it comes to your health, that if you may need to just completely stop consuming. And that is important. That is very important in our health, losing weight, as well as getting a better health, healthier life for yourself. Most doctors call it having a healthier lifestyle. Is exactly what they call that. But when we think about that, and this is the same thing that should apply for us emotionally. That should apply for us emotionally. We should be careful what we allow in our life, in our membranes, in our minds, in our ears. Now, I want you to hear me well, because emotionally, there are two methods, really three methods of how we are affected emotionally. It's based off the things that we see, and the things that we hear, and as well as the things that we feel. And you might say, well, Apostle, how is that when it comes to our feelings being affected emotionally by what we feel? And sometimes because our mind will mess with us. You can come into an area and see someone and speak to them, and they don't respond, and something kind of messes in your mind that says, well, what's up with that? Why they got something against me or whatever. And it could be for various reasons. We got these masks on. People can't hear well, with these masks on. It could be various reasons. Their mind was somewhere else, that they was not really attentively listening to hear what you were saying, and or didn't know that you were saying. But those three areas, our eyes, our ears, and our feelings emotionally, can affect us, and it'll play things on our mind. And this is the way, ladies and gentlemen, that oftentimes the enemy uses to affect us by what we see, what we hear, and by what we feel. And in that, and this is somewhat of a warning to us today, be careful. Simply be careful what you allow in your eye gates, in your ear gates, and what you allow to come into your circle, the type of people and what they say. Now, everything, and I want y'all to catch this. Everything has something associated with it. And I want you to really hear me well today, and really hear my heart. And I'll use animals like a dog. We already know the habits of a dog. We already know what is attracted to dogs, fleas and ticks. And if that dog is not properly cared for and properly sheltered and taken care of, then those critters will be attracted to them. Now, hear me well. If you intermingle, play with your dog, and that dog has fleas, guess what happened? Those fleas or ticks can get on you, and they can affect your health. Now, a dog can literally carry and have ticks and fleas, more than one, on their bodies, and they can really still live. But one tick or flea on you, especially a tick, can adversely affect your health. It can literally make a person sick, and that person can die. Why? Because our bodies are not designed to handle that infiltration or that attack from that specific species. And so as it is, guys, we have to be careful, ladies and gentlemen, because some people we hang with, there are things that is drawn to them. And there are things that they have attached to them. Like some people who every time they come around you, they're toting gossip. They are gossipers. There are some people that are liars. There are some people that are truth stretchers. And you can't believe a word that they're telling you or they're saying to you. And so when they come around, you have to adjust that, because if not, they will have you up and down, especially when they realize that you believe their lies. So you have to watch your intake. In other words, you have to limit yourself of those people. You have to limit yourself to only at need. There's some people I only deal with for an at need basis. In other words, I only deal with them when I need something, whether it's their skill or their expertise. But all that other stuff, hanging out, all that other stuff, I don't do, because there's stuff that comes along with them and that they have opened up into their life. This is important for you to understand. Proverbs chapter number 4, because, hey guys, I'm going to always give you something scripturally to balance it up. Proverbs chapter number 4, verse number 22. Solomon says, guard your heart, for out of it flows the issues of life. Guard your heart, guard your emotions, guard your mind. Because really here what Solomon was talking about, heart, he's really talking about our emotions, because out of it flows the issues of life. We have to be careful who we allow in our circle, especially if you're going somewhere. Because see, ladies and gentlemen, people can hang with you. And this is something that I've learned over the years of my tenure of living. People can hang with you and not like you. People can hang out with you and be jealous of you. People can sit and conversate with you for hours, and they're looking for opportunities to see a potential fall in you so that they can go out and talk about you and criticize your name and wound you emotionally. It is a sad state, but that is a reality that people do that. And this happens every single day. You think about in the Bible, Jesus, how Jesus had one, Judas. They didn't go look for Judas. Judas went to them. He went to them and asked them, what will you give me if I give you this man called Jesus? Look at Peter who denied him when he was faced with opposition and pressure. He denied him. But my issue is with Judas, because Judas, they didn't go and convince him otherwise. Judas went to them. And there's people that hang around you, hang out with you. Judas saw Jesus and all the miracles that he did, and saw was around all the stuff that he did. He worked closely with Jesus. He had a position with Jesus. He was the treasurer, but yet Judas had an internal problem. And oftentimes the people around you, ladies and gentlemen, there are certain things that are attracted. Just like that dog, those fleas and those ticks, those things are drawn to that. And there are some people that are drawn in jealousy, envy, and strife, but yet they be around you. And so what you have to do is limit your contact with them. Be careful what you say and what you do around them, because when a person show you, when a person show you them, the real them, you believe it. Believe it. When they show you who they really are, you believe that, because of the fact that they are showing you their potential. Because people's thoughts and opinions can affect your life. People's methods of doing things, that stuff can affect your life. I thought about food, and I like ham. And I still like ham, but I was reading some information on ham. And in that information, it said that it takes ham between 12 to 48 hours to go through the digestive system of your body, that it will eventually either, that your body, it between 12 and 48 hours, that your body gets to feed on that ham. Ham is one of the greater things that raises a person that have high blood pressure. It raises your blood pressure, because your body has a long period of time to feed on that ham. And when I thought about that, it kind of gave me a different perspective on my consumption of ham. I still like ham, but guess what? I space it out so that ham consumption doesn't cause blood pressure problems, doesn't cause other issues by my consistent eating of it. There's an old saying that birds of a feather flock together. There's also a saying that says association brings on assimilation. So ladies and gentlemen, on today, as you go through your day, go through your week, listen, watch your intake. Watch what you allow people to speak into your life, speak over your life, or speak about your life. Be careful of that. And sometimes you have to say, am I giving the opportunity? Am I opening my mouth too much? And I'm letting too much stuff out that is giving my enemies an opportunity to work against me. Same thing with that food. You keep opening that mouth and you keep receiving the wrong stuff, and weight is going to come and health problems are going to take place. So what you got to do is you got to watch your intake. And if you do that, guys, I'm going to tell you something. If you do it in the natural with food, you'll live a healthier and a longer life. If you do that with people and the things that you see and the things that you hear and the things that you feel, if you be conscious of that, you will live a happier life and a stress-free life, because you became very aware of what's taking place. Guys, I hope that helped you on the day. This has been Apostle MB with your Pondering Points podcast. I pray that you have a blessed week and an extraordinary day and a blessed week. Continue to be safe. Continue to do what you need to do. Please be praying for each and everybody, those that are dealing with this pandemic, and be praying for everybody, because this thing is still out here. And until we get over it, we got to do what we can to keep ourselves safe. Wear those masks, wash those hands, do everything that you can, and we'll get through this thing. Guys, we love you. Appreciate it. Until the next time, shalom.